We are live. Here we go. Can you see my hands and yours?
Yeah.
And yours?
Yep.
All right,
clap.
sync that, bitch.
It's a 3 clap sound.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome to the first ever podcast talking shit with the Cincottas. I don't know if we have to bleep that out, but it's a podcast. I feel like anything goes.
We have sound effects now. We can do whatever we want.
Be like,
Just
wah,
be like,
wah, wah, wah. We can do it. We can do whatever we want. It's a podcast.
Just sounds like a circus.
Yeah. Now, before we get started on the Talking Shit with the Cincottas podcast, can we all celebrate? I mean, if you're home right now and you're just sitting at home doing nothing, grab a drink. We all have our drink
Cheers,
of choice.
bitches.
Yeah, cheers to everybody. Hey, let's cheers to us. Our first. Jeez.
I ruined it.
Amateur hour on the podcast.
Our
All
arms
right,
are too
cheers.
short. Guys, that was the weakest cheers. I don't think any of us touched.
That's true.
I was
If we clean too hard,
I
we're
was
gonna have more
depressed.
We have to be up
issues.
high. This is it's bad. It's bad.
do we
didn't
do
think
this?
through this. All right.
Touch me. There we go.
Okay,
We all
Who would have
touch
thought the
something.
biggest struggle of the podcast would be how to cheers?
I
correctly?
feel like that's pretty spot on for us. Of all the things that trip us up,
Well,
it's-
let's go. Cheers. Cheers is where they got
Yeah.
tripped up. All right, let's go around. How about we do this? I mean, it's our first ever podcast. So let's introduce ourselves and what you do here and your drink of choice.
Okay, well, I am Alicia. I am a graphic designer here, and I have an angry orchard.
Ooh, so
she likes her cider hard.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, my company, Salvatore Cincotta Photography, is, and all the brands are about 85 to 90% female. And I will go on the record saying our females are more perverted than any of the men who work here. Culprit number one, our person in charge of HR, my wife. So there you go. Talking about
HR
hard
at large.
cider. All right. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Alissa Cincotta. I have been working here for almost 12 years, and I still don't have a title, so there's that. My drink of choice is wine of any kind. Today, it's white wine.
All right.
It's a decoy Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, wow, so fancy. I know. All right, my name is Sal Cincotta. I am the ringmaster of said circus, and they allow me to work here. Honestly, I don't. I feel like they could fire me at any given point in time if you ask
We've
me.
tried.
Yeah. My drink of choice is a Balvenie Double Wood 17 Scotch. That is
Everything's perverted.
double wood.
This is too easy. It's
Sweetie,
like we set this up.
Sweetie, run upstairs. Give me the double wood.
You want a double wood tonight?
Yeah.
Should we have a That's What She Said count?
That's what they're doing at home for sure. So cheers, everybody.
Drink every time Sal
Yeah.
says something perverted.
Yes.
Yes.
What? How did it turn to me when you three are more perverted?
You say it, we call it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We-
I
we
didn't say
noticed it.
double wood to be perverted.
No.
But you
You don't have
three
to. You don't
left
have
it,
to do
let it
anything.
there.
It
All right.
just is.
To my left.
Yes, I am Ellie. I've been working here for about 4 years. I'm a graphic designer as well, and I'm drinking a White Girl White Claw.
Basic
White-
bitch.
Yep, you know it.
Okay. White girl, white claw, basic bitch. All right. There we go.
You know it.
All right. So welcome to the post show, everybody. We're excited, of course. Yeah, you got this.
Is this
You gotta
the
be in
official
here.
podcaster
Everyone's
stance?
holding on to
Yeah.
their
Hold
microphone.
on.
I'm holding on to my wine.
I don't know what the
Priorities.
official.
I'm
is.
just holding on to this
Hold to-
so I
hold
don't
on
get
to your-
scared.
Hold on to your
Just don't
stick.
do
I don't
this.
know what it is. Yeah, don't do this.
No.
Ladies
Don't
and
go
gentlemen.
shake weight with it. That's its own
We have a
thing.
shake weight in the basement.
Exactly. Okay. Welcome to the first ever podcast. We are post Creator Series episode 2, and this was a result of your idea. It wasn't our idea. You guys had. Oh no, it was Alicia's idea, or was it the community?
It was
I don't know.
Alicia.
Somebody had the idea.
It was
It
Alicia.
was me, and then John Paul called me on Facebook, and then when I didn't answer because we were like celebrating,
Yeah.
he posted it and tagged me.
I
But
gotcha.
I was already way ahead of him,
okay,
so
yeah.
it's my idea.
Of course.
He stole her idea right from
He
her head.
did, and then posted on Facebook so nobody would know.
But we figured we would break down each episode of the Creator Series because there was so much stuff going on behind the scenes, and it was really cool. The whole project was really cool. But we want to talk about each episode, break it down, give you our thoughts because we were all working behind the scenes to hear our final thoughts on it. So where do you want to start? Like, let's just talk about the Creator Series in general.
Yeah, I think we should talk about the making of and like how we cast everybody and the submission videos. And
That is
yeah.
That is a typical question. How did the cast come together for the Creator Series? And because now, you know, people saw the first episode and they're like, I want to be on that. I want to be on that. How do I find out? Bro, like 7
did you
million
not know?
emails were sent out.
No, they
about
were
this.
like, how do I get on this thing? Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's already coming out.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
too late.
It's done.
You missed it.
You're late. Snooze, you lose. Okay. So let me talk about like how the show came to be, and I think you three could probably talk about like casting, because I think we'll get into it, but I don't think we could have had a better group of 10 people.
No, but
on
we
the
also,
show.
it's not like we went through the videos and we were like, oh, we want this person because they're going to mesh with this person.
Right.
Well,
Oh, no.
we had no idea any of that was going to be
No,
the
we're not
case.
smart enough for that.
No, but we knew.
No.
It was more, you talk first.
Yeah. So, how did the Creator Series come to be? I'm super competitive. Anybody who knows me knows how competitive I am. So, I am a super competitive person, and I find you guys, a little bit, right?
It's talking shit, right?
You're not supposed to talk shit about my talking shit. So I'm a super competitive person, and I find artists and creatives in general to not be competitive, and I think that's bad for business. I think if you want to run a business, any kind of business, you have to be willing to put yourself out there, rise to the challenge, and not fold. So I wanted to come up. This idea of photographers competing is not new, right? Others have tried it and done it. I am biased. I think we did a better job than anyone else. So there's that.
Hot take alert.
Yeah.
It's the entertainment value.
Hot take alert. So I think we did a really good job of it, and I pitched it to Canon, and I said, hey, I've got this idea that I think is good for the industry, good for photographers, and I'm shocked at the life it's taking, because I'm getting all of these private messages, or I guess the proper term for the kids is DMs.
DMs.
People are sliding into your DMs.
They're sliding into my DMs.
Get out of his
right
DMs.
Now. Yeah.
On the,
I will cut
what
you.
do you say? The IG? The
No.
The gram.
The gram.
The
The gram.
What's wrong with the gram, Ellie?
Not the
It's-
gram.
it's
It's
not the
IG,
gram.
bro.
IG.
This is that'll
Or
be a future
Insta.
podcast.
Yeah, the
we'll
poll-
talk there.
poll in the
Anyway,
comments.
Sal's a boomer, episode 2.
Yeah. People are sending me. I'm not a boomer, by the way. People
You're
are.
on the cusp.
I am not.
Gen X. Everybody's boomers now.
Yeah.
It's boomers
yeah.
or
Yeah, you're either your
Or
your
you're cool.
age or you're
Wait,
a boomer.
yeah. Am I a boomer?
No, well, according to them, you are. So listen, I don't even know what the fuck I'm
Talking
saying.
about the concept and how you pitched it to Canon,
Oh
and this was an idea you've had. And,
no, just being competitive and.
oh
I
yeah,
think-
this is not new for the industry.
Yeah, it's not new. I think this is very important for us to push ourselves. No, I was talking about people sliding into my DMs.
Oh, yeah.
So
Stay out of his
they
DMs.
were sliding into the DMs, and they were like, I'm part of a local photography group. We're going to start doing the 10-minute challenge. I'm going to get with my 5 photography friends. We're going to do this. So, like, all of a sudden, it's spawning off this, like, idea of other photographers, friends, photo groups, all coming together to do their own challenges. And I think that's absolutely amazing, in my opinion.
I feel like when we do big events like this, we never really go into it thinking it's going to have this much of an impact, and this one has really had a huge impact on the photography community, just in like pushing people to go past what they would normally do, and then
Yeah.
creating these little like silos of community outside of the Creator Series.
People are having watch parties. And
people
That's
that are
cool.
not even photographers.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so that part of it for me is incredibly humbling, exciting. It's all the positive things that you want to say, because I love our industry. I love our community. I want to push people to be better at what they do. And I know I'm an abrasive personality at times, but it's like all in good love. You know?
Right, right.
And I think that's important.
You
So
push people to be uncomfortable, and that's when
that's
I
how
think
you
the most
grow.
breakthroughs
That's
happen.
how you grow in anything you do. So let's talk about the group of 10. Like, how did that come to be?
A lot of videos.
So many videos.
What
We
were
watched many, many hours.
It was like 500 video submissions that had to get narrowed down to like 25 that were then put in front of Sal to pick.
Yeah.
That was, you guys watched all those videos.
We watched all their videos.
Every
We went to
single
their
one.
Instagrams.
So
we
s-
went to their websites.
Yeah, so it wasn't like haphazard that we got there, but there were thousands of submissions
Right.
for round
Round one.
one.
Yeah.
From those 1,000, there were 500 plus video submissions, 60 seconds each. So guys, do the math on that. That's 500 minutes.
No, I think it was a minute and a half.
Oh yeah, it was 90
90
seconds.
seconds.
90
Give him
seconds,
Yeah.
even worse, right? So you're
Right.
750 minutes.
But the problem was you couldn't even automatically disqualify. I couldn't automatically disqualify people because there was like so few people that went over 90 seconds
Oh, yeah.
that when somebody did, I was like, what did they have to say? That was so important that they had to go over.
What did
I'm
they do with the
curious.
extra 5 seconds of their time?
Did they make it count?
I could
Most
see.
of the time, no.
No. They should have said it in 30 seconds. Yeah. But talk through that because we got to the 500. We watched all the videos. Well, you guys did. And then you presented me with the final, what do you want to call it?
Yeah, why don't you guys talk? Because you guys did the first round before I even came in.
Yeah,
to
like
look at what you picked.
main thing me
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, what were you
yeah.
what were you guys looking for in that?
I was
He's
looking for
adjusting
like
his audio.
personality and stuff like that
Yeah,
because
like camera presence.
yeah, they're going to be on camera, and then we know a decent amount of these people from the Shutterfest community, so we want to like make sure that their portfolio is good and they can compete basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you didn't want to have people on there who were.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
we wanted to have all.
You didn't
skill
want to have
levels.
like one person that's obviously going to be like, okay, well, they're getting sent home.
Right.
Right. First round. See you later.
You want
So,
it to be competitive.
If we were bored in your intro video, we pretty much gave
Yeah,
you a no.
that's fair. No,
Yeah.
you know what's funny is that you're applying for a position on a show. Your camera presence
Exactly.
Matters more than anything.
Of course, because
Like,
that's what
more than
you're-
your portfolio.
Yeah, but it's so important to see that also matters to your clients. Your clients are judging you based on your online portfolio, all those other things.
Yeah, and I think it goes further than just like, do you have an online camera presence? It was like people were trying too hard to be funny,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that kind of
Cringy.
yeah, it is. But that kind of personality actually steals from the essence of the show because you're too worried about being a personality on TV that
Right.
you're not even worried
Yeah.
about competing anymore.
Right.
So there were a lot of things that went into determining who was chosen for that top 25 that you then selected from.
Yeah, and in the end, I think the hindsight, of course, the 10 of them have meshed.
Right.
You see it both on camera and you see it now post show. They're in contact with one another.
Right.
And during the show, credit to all of them, they were supportive.
Oh
Yeah,
there
them
was-
clapping for each other was not us.
That
was
not
That
our
was
idea.
all them.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, Carrie Jean, I think, made a comment about how there's no villain in this show, and that's
Yeah, no,
that was
they're
very
all-
important.
And again, that's the essence, I think, of what we have tried to build over the years is a community, a true community. There's always going to be outliers. People are just assholes. We all know that. But in the end, we're trying to build a true community of photographers who support each other, lift each other, and that's what Shutterfest is. Now, this was not meant to be an extension of Shutterfest, but, I think culture is top down.
Yeah.
Right? So it starts with the person in charge, for better or worse, that's me, and that's the culture. So I'm competitive, but
You're also very inclusive.
yeah.
right. But when what I'm saying is that I'm taking I find that creatives, they don't know how to turn off that dial. Right?
Yeah.
You're a perfect example of that,
Okay.
right? Like when no, Ellie's one of those
Called
people,
out.
right? When she gets mad, like she'll take it, and then she wants to murder your family, right?
Yeah.
There's no
there's no
right?
in between.
Yeah, there's no in between. So I think creatives tend to be that way. Whereas if you have that athlete mentality, you understand that, hey, we're on the field, we're competing, but off the field, hey, let's grab a drink, let's grab some dinner.
That took me 5 years working under Sal to figure out. I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle.
Yeah.
This is why I drink.
But this is good.
Why we
I know,
all
there
drink.
was- yeah, but there was a point. So as everybody was coming back into what we called the waiting room, it was a freaking hot box in there.
Oh, it was gross.
I mean, you could not have put these people in worse conditions,
Yeah.
and they were still so energetic and so supportive of each other, and it was just
Now,
a really cool thing to create.
Of course, that's like a psychological experiment, right?
We
Like,
had not intentionally, but yes.
I had nothing to do with that.
No.
Where I'm like, we're going to put him in a hot room.
We're going to see who breaks
Oh,
first.
I mean, it could have been, wow.
It probably is some kind of tortured.
People outsiders watching, they're like, damn.
You couldn't tell.
No.
You couldn't tell. But to the point of how the people came together, they became friends. Lisa Jones actually sent me a message the other day talking about how she and Jess Hess have become friends out of this, and that it's a partnership. She's like, we would have never crossed paths any other time in our lives.
They're
And-
two completely
Yeah.
opposite
yeah,
people,
yet they
right?
inspire each other. And
Lisa is a boomer, by the way.
100%.
Yeah, so Lisa's a boomer, and then you got Jess, who's like tatted up.
Oh, yeah.
Piercings.
Yeah.
Like you.
It's like
you know,
when a dog and a chick become like a little baby chick become friends.
The little baby chick just rides on the dog's back, going for a stroll.
Yeah, we're pals, man.
We're inseparable now.
I love you.
Speaking of Lisa won.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
She made an awesome image.
You guys think she deserved the win spot?
You know, it's funny because I do. For the record, it's funny though, like because everybody watching is going to have seen the deliberation, and of course, intentionally, the way you're cutting it together, we're not showing them what we're talking about, right? And that's by design. We don't want you guys to know and come to your conclusion. So we're
The deliberation meeting like between you, Vanessa, and
Me,
Loretta.
Vanessa, and Loretta.
Like
We're-
where you're actually talking about every single individual image.
right. We're going through every image. We're looking for what's right, what's wrong, what could be better. And I know sometimes when you're watching, because from episode 1, everybody's like, no, so-and-so was wrong. Like, guys, there's other things going on as we're critiquing the images. So, yes, of course, not every image is perfect. We could find something wrong with every single image we look at forever. But what we're doing is we're going, hey, what is the lesser evil, if you will, of things that are wrong? I mean, that's what we're doing as we're going through all this. So, you know, judging is not easy. I mean, there's a lot of different opinions. I've got a different opinion than Loretta, than Vanessa, and vice versa. So you're just kind of going through looking for the lesser evils. And, by the way, as episodes proceed, looking for mistakes that people have continuously made and not adjusted for. So that will come back to bite some people in the ass in later episodes, because if we've corrected you once on a mistake and now you make it again, you're more than likely going to be on the chopping block.
Well, and something that's interesting as I'm editing, so I'm going through putting together their shooting segment and the little pip images, their raw, straight out of camera images are popping up. I get to look at all those, and I'm realizing how many people just made horrible selections for their final image.
Oh my God.
That was shocking.
Especially on
We
this
didn't
challenge.
see the pip images until we were watching episode 1 with you guys.
right.
And I was like shocked.
Yeah.
Right, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that you've got 30 minutes to edit. So you might have an image that's amazing, but you know that you can't finish that edit in 30 minutes, so you have to take your plan B.
Well, and that's the crux of the challenge, right? I mean, look, if we go back to episode 1, honestly, the most shocking exit was David Byrd.
For
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
Definitely.
what?
If you had talked to me before the Creator Series began and said, "Who's your money on?" Right, and they're like Vegas odds, and they're popping.
David
up.
would have been in at least the last 3.
David would have been in my last 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And so
Also, why he was selected, because we know the caliber of creation he
incredible
can make.
image maker. But that just goes to show you when, if David had been given 2 days, he probably would have had a different image.
His
that he
story
put
would have come to
together.
life.
At least an hour in Photoshop,
Right.
it would have been a whole different image.
Yeah.
So the importance, and you'll start seeing this as time goes on, and that was the entire point of the Creator Series, was forcing them to get it right in camera.
And being fair, that everyone only had 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That was very important for that.
So let's talk about, I know it's a segue, and of course, Lisa, congratulations, episode 2, you crushed it, beautiful image.
Cheers to Lisa.
Yeah, cheers to her.
Go
Everybody at home,
Lisa.
cheers. So let's talk about, because Jess had said this behind the scenes, she called me a sadist or a masochist. What is it?
Masochist, I think.
Masochist?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a sadist. That'd be like the devil worship.
Yeah, it's fine. He's working on
Yeah,
his words.
guys, I don't know. S&M,
Close your words.
BSM,
BDSM.
BDSM.
Still can't get it
I
right.
don't know the terms.
I like that he acts like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He knows.
But like back at home, I got a cellar like you don't know about. There's like a secret room. Come over to my house later.
You'll never know.
No, it's
meet
the
you
basement to
in
the
dungeon.
studio.
Yeah. We're going
No, that's my
downstairs
cry
after
room.
this.
You don't take my cry room for anything.
But Jess said that to me. She's like, "You love torturing us," and I don't love torturing people or photographers, but I knew that every challenge somebody would have an advantage just from their type of background, right? And I needed to negate all that. So that's why the models are in the same outfit every episode, right? Concepts, same for every photographer. And we did that intentionally so that the model couldn't steal the show. Like, oh, well, you had, a better model than so-and-so had, or
Better wardrobe.
she had a better wardrobe, or she knew how to move her hands or her
Right.
face better.
Yeah,
No.
and she was touched up between every every break, so it wasn't
Every
like
photographer got a fresh look, but the wardrobe, everything was the same.
Yeah.
They
And
could tweak what they had available to them, but
Yeah.
it was the same.
But they're all operating with the same canvas,
Right.
right? Everybody had access to the same lights, the same camera, the same lenses, right? So I wanted to negate all that and say, am I like...
no, you're fine.
I'm,
Smacking
We're gonna
Ellie in
have
the
an
face.
X.
I'm Italian, where like hands are moving.
I'm glad I'm far away from you right now.
We wanted to negate all that and allow photographers to just operate creatively.
Well, isn't that why you kind of created this series based off of Chopped? In
Right.
that sense that the playing field is level.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, I'm a big, so the Creator Series was a combination of like, America's Next Top Model, Chopped, Iron Chef, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, ooh, these are really cool concepts, right? And let's go. Like, I think about if you were watching an episode like Chopped or something else, and it's like, oh, you get access to Wagyu, right?
Right,
But
right.
you get ground beef, right? You're like, well, fuck.
Where's the beef?
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of how that all came to be. So it starts feeling like you just love torturing us, but
Right.
no, I'm actually trying to teach you to simplify what you do in any given moment
get it right in camera.
Yeah, get it right in camera. So
I think, who do you guys think got it the most right in camera? I thought Ning's straight out of camera images were really good.
And I
I don't agree with you on Ning
No,
for this episode.
okay.
Not the one he selected.
No, I thought,
No, this was
I'm
the-
thinking of episode 1.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Episode 1. Yeah, Ning did a great job. Several of them did a good job.
Bethany won, and so I want to talk about this. So I was looking behind the camera every time somebody was shooting. I saw Bethany's her first scene, and I saw her little screen, and it was pitch black, and I was like, oh my god, I want to tell her so bad to check her settings, but I
Couldn't
can't
do it.
say
Can't
anything.
do it.
And she realized it, but then I'm going through her images, and they were all recoverable. And she went into her second set, and they were still underexposed. Like she got some really solid straight out of camera images. I don't think she won that one by luck.
No.
I know she was freaking out thinking that she messed everything up, but she didn't. Like her images were solid.
Somebody put this post on one of the comments on YouTube, and they were like, as Mike Tyson always says, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And I think
That's the truth.
And I think that's the Creator Series. Like you think you're gonna crush it, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then 10 minutes, clock is ticking, and you're like, holy shit. And then one thing goes
Right.
wrong, and your brain just turns
Yep.
into mush.
And
it's
as
really hard.
as the episodes go on and the competition gets tighter and more competitive, these people have to start taking more risks. And
Yeah.
you're going to see in future episodes, like the risks they take, it could completely fall apart because they spend 9 of the 10 minutes setting it up.
True.
And if it
Yeah.
doesn't work, then you only have 1 minute left.
I want to add to the you talking about them getting better throughout the show and learning from their mistakes. The critiques on the first episode, you told Ning that he played it way too safe with the light, and then he went the most complicated
5
light
lights.
setup the next time. So
Yeah.
it's just it's cool to see them work their way through it.
Right.
so.
Episode 2, I had
Yeah.
like no pip images to show because he spent the majority of his time setting up his 5 lights.
Yeah.
And that's how he used his time. And,
Yep.
and that image was
It
beautiful.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he had that perfect highlight in her hair. I
Yeah.
mean, it was very well executed.
Yeah, that was really good. But circling back and taking that conversation, like a lot of times, because now during the episode or during filming, we have no idea. We only saw their final image. We didn't go through their card. We didn't have time for any of that. And during that, we saw after the fact, as we're putting the episodes together, we see like, holy shit, they actually had better images than they submitted. Now, I don't know. I haven't had time
Breaks
to talk.
my heart.
Yeah, I haven't had
Yeah.
time to talk to any of the creators, but you're looking through them and you're like, what were you thinking? Like, what?
Panic. They
Yeah.
weren't thinking.
I wonder if they think the same thing.
I'm
too.
sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody who gets eliminated is like, man, I had 2 choices and I chose wrong.
It's true. It's like life.
It
though,
is.
right?
It is.
So Dylan, of course,
home.
he went home this episode. I
Yeah.
love Dylan.
Yeah,
There-
Dylan is
yeah, he holds a
awesome.
special place in my heart
Yeah.
after this series. I knew I think when we saw his video, his energy was just it was high. He's a very chill dude.
Yeah, he's super
but his
chill.
energy is good. Like he's got good. I
Yeah.
hate this word. He has good vibes.
Yeah.
I hate vibes.
He's so
You're
well
sounding
spoken.
very
and
LA.
Yes.
His vibes are so
Oh my
spot
God!
on.
Like his
No.
vibes
But
were
he
like,
does,
I'm
like-
vibing here.
No, seriously, his energy in a room just it kind of brings you level, but he's always just like, yeah, that's dope.
He was so excited to like
He's super
play with all the
positive.
lights and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, very, what do you want to call it? Adventurous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
what
someone
he's
who
doing.
doesn't use strobe at all, he got
Yeah.
really out of his comfort zone for
He
this.
did. How many
Yeah.
lights did he use?
He just used the one. Well, he used
Used the gel?
I think it was an FJ 200 with a beauty dish as the main light, but then he threw a gel in on the FJ 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tried
Well-
different colors. He tried. I don't think he's at a place in his career yet where he understands direction of light for the gels.
That's all right.
Yeah.
He'll learn.
Exactly.
He's a very creative person, great photographer. You know, Dylan, if you're watching, we love you, man. You did great in
Yes.
episode 2. We look forward to, you know, a future with you at Shutterfest and things like that. But before we go too far forward, we should, you know, talk about Ning's bathroom breaks.
Oh,
Oh man.
So we only filmed the one. I think there were like 3 that one day.
Yeah.
Like episode
Yeah.
2.
Every time.
time we needed him.
First of all, just know we love us some Ning. I love Ning.
sorry, Ning.
Yeah. But I mean, Ning knows I'm going to break his balls on this.
He said, "You guys did me dirty with his graphics."
With his
So we
videos.
create all these graphics for the creators to be able to share on social media, and his is only about being in the
No
bathroom.
photography at all.
It just seemed like, you know, and of course you're the editor, so you're making it worse than it is. But it just seemed like every time we were looking for Ning in real life, he was in the bathroom.
He's got-
Those
he's
nerves,
saying-
man.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
Yeah.
Kick in. So Ning, we love you. And then eventually, no, I can't. I think it's.
I was like, "Are you going to?"
No spoilers
Yeah,
here.
no spoilers. All right.
Can we talk about Leroy's image?
Yes. Let's. Leroy's
Oh,
image with the
oh,
orange
yes.
background.
So I watched him shoot that. That wasn't what I thought he was shooting at all.
He was so calm shooting that. Like, he went into it knowing exactly how he wanted it to look. It came to fruition. He got the shot, then he moved on, and he got like 3 other crazy good images after that. Like,
Really?
Oh my gosh. The green strobe or the green fill light with the FJ80 on the piano. I
yeah.
loved that image so much. I would have chosen that one, honestly, if I were him.
I honestly think that was my favorite image of the series
Because of the impact, or
I think
Of the
imp-
whole series?
Well,
or
no,
that
I'm sorry
episode?
of that episode. Sorry, yeah, I should choose
Bold
my words
claims,
right.
wow,
I'm
the
sorry.
whole show.
Everyone
No, that
sucked,
episode
but
is my
that
favorite.
image.
I think, and Jess also was one of my favorites because she had that pink background.
yeah, I love the
I don't.
and the nose
I'm
highlight.
coming
is
from a
so cute.
non-photographer saying this though, so I know the.
No,
But
that was
that
Vanessa's
doesn't matter.
point.
That's
yeah,
important.
well, she was talking about how it was not exactly a beauty shot,
No.
but I honestly disagree because I feel like now it's a trend to
No,
have
it
those
was Loretta
vibrant.
saying that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vanessa said if she were scrolling social media, Leroy's image would be the first one she stopped on, and that's
Exact-
true. It's
yeah.
the impact of it.
Yeah.
So Loretta's the one who's in the fashion world, and she said that one it's just a little bit too loud for the beauty world. But I think if you're highlighting the makeup,
Yeah.
the
That's
retouching
fair,
on it was
yeah.
beautiful. It was just bright and orange,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
It definitely had that
gorgeous.
impact. Yeah.
But this is where knowing the judges does matter, right? Like, so for the viewers watching at home, you're going, oh, I would have picked that image. Maybe you would have, but like, you also have to know, just like if you were on a food show, you have to know the background of the judges who are tasting your food, right?
Right.
I mean, some of that stuff could be lost on them. So I think it was fine.
So I asked you this after we were done filming because I didn't know what a beauty shot was. I didn't know that was like a term. So like, what is that
Well,
traditionally?
if you talk to someone like Loretta, who's coming out of that industry,
Fashion world.
Yeah.
it's going to be different. If you talk to
Or Lisa Jones, how she said that wasn't what she considered a.
And did you
For
notice
beauty makeup.
The
Yeah.
makeup threw Lisa Jones off because
Yeah.
she's her
right.
definition's totally different.
I think for most photographers that are not in the commercial world, you would say a beauty portrait is anything that makes someone look pretty, right? And it's oversimplifying it. But to me, that's a glorified.
Well, because you guys were talking a lot about the crop because Brody
Yeah.
went full
Oh,
body,
yeah.
which is
Right.
not traditional
So
apparently.
beauty, you're typically showing off face.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Face.
product. Like earrings with a face.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be like if you're just showing off earrings.
That's it.
The model.
Commercial, right?
Yeah, it's you're now in the
True,
commercial
true.
world. The model is not really who's the focus, right? So if I've got earrings and I've got this pulled back shot, more than likely that's typical going to start falling into an editorial look and
Right.
feel because now maybe they're walking down the street holding a Louis Vuitton bag, right? So, but if I get in tight and I'm showing face, lips, eyes, stuff like that, I could still be selling product because I could be selling makeup. I could be selling lip injections, right? Lipstick. Like, I mean, so it starts getting muddy. The problem was, or the problem is for Leroy specifically, and Loretta pushed back on this, and I think she was 100% correct. Because of all the colors in there, I'm not seeing the beauty anymore. I'm getting distracted by all the whiz bang. Right?
But it grabs your attention.
It does. So it depends on where the image is going to be used. So I think Leroy did an incredible job. That image.
And that grabbed everybody's attention from the beginning, and then it wasn't until you pulled it up and you were like, oh.
Yeah.
You guys want to know what next week's challenge is? Are you dying to know?
We're already there.
Whoa.
We're leaking.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
leak.
All right.
Who's gonna leak?
Obviously, it's gonna be you.
Me? You know what? I'm not saying a word.
Do we do 1, 2, 3?
No.
And scream it.
Snitches get stitches. That's where I'm living right now. So you guys can leak.
Are you going all mafia on it? Okay.
Yeah, it was an Italian show.
Is this a test?
Yeah.
Oh. Whoever spits it out first is fired.
I'll just go.
What should we do? I don't know.
Hang on. I think we need to not do it yet. Let's leak it at the very end.
At
Yeah.
the very end.
Yeah.
This is the
Stay tuned.
pre-leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pre-leak. That
Okay.
sounds
Yeah.
really bad. The pre-leak.
Yes.
Everybody drink.
That's what she said.
To the
Cheers
pre-leak.
to that. To your leak.
The pre-leak. It's not a full leak. It's the pre.
You know, sometimes the pre is the best part.
It's true.
Are we talking about the show?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Just
Always.
making sure.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the post, though.
We're professionals.
Yes, absolutely. Keep it real.
Hang on,
Keep
I
it
want to talk
100.
about because this will tie into next week's episode. And when I rented this venue, we had a mad hunt in St. Louis. I don't know if anybody knows this, but St. Louis is like dead zone for trying to find cool spaces for a project this big.
Which makes no sense because you've got
all
all
these
these
urban
warehouses,
warehouses, I know.
urban. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
just not a cinema-friendly city.
It's not. So I find this. Well, the first one I went to, they wanted to charge like outrage. It was ridiculous. They were like charging full rate, but then they wanted to still be able to have their staff
That
in
was
the building
fun,
while
that
we
was
were
funny
filming.
shit. I remember that. There was a location that was
were so arrogant.
perfect for the creator series. And we start going through like the negotiations,
Yeah.
the contracts, and there's a line item in their contract that says they're still going to be operating their business while we're filming. And we're like,
We're paying the rates to rent the space exclusively.
So like you're just gonna walk through while
Pretty
we're
much.
They're gonna
filming.
take
You're like,
phone
oh,
calls.
sorry, I gotta take
yeah,
a phone
I
call.
got to take a call.
You see Steve in the background of the creator
Right.
series just doing his job.
Oh my god.
Jesus, Steve.
You had me for a minute. I thought there was a real guy named Steve. That's nice.
There's always a guy named
Yeah,
Steve.
always.
So no, so when I found this one, I was like, dude, the opportunities for shooting are endless here. Like
Yeah.
so many beautiful things to shoot.
And it was
And
interesting.
they all
They
went
all
to the
st- yeah.
freaking window.
or outside.
Yeah.
That first episode, it's like 100.
Oh, just so everybody knows, you're not gonna see any more outside.
that was banned
That was
after day
banned.
one.
It
We
was
were
too
miserable.
hot.
Well, and the inconsistency
Day one,
with the light, it
yeah,
just didn't
and
work.
the decisions they were making, they were like,
Yeah.
"There's an alley outside. It's 1 o'clock.
Everybody
in the
went to
afternoon,
the alley.
Worst possible light, the worst possible background."
But
They're
there's
like,
a dumpster with trash everywhere, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Allie, it is. Let's
Yeah,
go."
Let's go.
Nailed
Let's
it.
do it. So after episode 1, I was like, that's over. We're not going outside
We're staying in
anymore.
the AC,
Yeah.
thank you. But you
Yes.
guys get to go into the hot box waiting
Yeah.
room.
Yes.
No, but there were so many places. Like I can't wait for us to rent the space again so
For
that we
us.
can go shoot the spaces or the spots we wish they would have shot in.
Was cringing. Like for me,
How was that for you, not being able to shoot and just watching them?
I mean, that was fucking miserable.
Were you twitching?
I was twitching because this is what I do for a living,
Right.
and I'm like watching them, and I'm like, go
You
over,
should be doing this.
Yeah, go over there.
Yeah.
Go over
Take
there.
2
Look over
steps
there.
to the left.
No,
What's
there were
that
many
behind
times.
you?
Hang
Did you
on.
look behind
Were
you?
you guys around
Oh,
when I
yeah,
had to
when-
keep being like, stop, stop, keep, like pointing them, nudging them in the
I'm
direction?
just
Going
like,
into
you know,
teacher mode, yeah.
That is tough for
But
me.
what
they're
if I
gonna-
hold the light this way?
Right. No,
Dude,
if they're
it
gonna
I'm
was-
not
fail.
saying it's better, but I'm not saying it's better either.
Yep, you have to let them fail.
I know.
On
That
their
was
own choices.
for me as one photographer myself and as an educator. That was the toughest thing for me to do. Was like just let them fail, and I'm just like,
Not teach.
So the question is, what kind of shot would have you got? Would you do the backdrop?
Which challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
which
this
challenge?
this challenge.
Natural light or
yeah,
the-
or the beauty.
Beauty, okay.
Yeah.
as I look through what a bunch of them did, I would have gone down the route that actually.
Lisa? Or you would have gelled the
I want to make sure I'm
background.
not getting my episodes confused.
the
This is a
painted
beauty
face.
portrait, painted face. Yeah, I would have gone down the route of more gels, and I would have been much tighter, I think, than almost everybody else
Yeah.
was.
So you would have still brought in the color, but it wouldn't have been as emphasized.
No, I would have enhanced it more. Like I would have picked up probably 100 millimeter lens, which no one went to.
No.
And I would have like picked up on her face and colors, because I think once the shot started getting wider and she was wearing black, everything started getting lost there, and so she had all this colorful paint. To me, I would have accentuated that. I would have tried to match some gels to the color that she was wearing, but I wouldn't have been so wide with it. I would have really picked a 100 millimeter lens and probably not been any tighter or wider than like in this range.
So can I tell you, as each challenge came out, we knew which model was going to be for which challenge, and they would come in and I'd have them try on a few things, but I knew for this one specifically, I wanted to stylize it in a way that it would have supported the shot I would have taken. So I knew I wanted the focus to be on the makeup. It's a beauty shot, so to me, you're highlighting the makeup. Right. So I gave her this blazer with a very V-cut bra, so that you could, in theory, make it look like she had no top on, not no top, but like a very low cut. You could have
would have
just
actually
hidden the
driven
bra.
your eye
exactly.
into that.
Absolutely. So the styling, I think, got people really, really uncomfortable. The black on black on black with the bright face.
But that was
people
the whole...
were like, "What is it? What is it?"
I think that was the point.
Everything was intentional, almost.
So I got
the hot box.
I think for the last question before we leak next week's challenge, it's really to the three of you. What was it like working behind the scenes? Because first of all, everybody watching should know. I know it's easy to watch me on camera and be like, "Oh, he's just having a blast."
Sal speed is a thing.
Sal speed is definitely a thing. The team, you three work at pace. You keep up with me, and there's been many people who've worked at this company who could not keep up with me,
And that's why they're not here anymore.
and they're gone. Toodaloo.
Bye.
But to that point, that Sal speed is definitely a thing. Just so you guys know, we were filming. We were on set probably We were on set probably 12 to 14 hours a day from pre-production to by the time we got everybody dropped off.
Exactly. We had our little school bus every day. We went to this
Alissa
van.
was the chauffeur.
But what did you think?
Van.
What did you think of, like, on your end? Because you guys are the unsung heroes behind the scenes. Like, what do you think of, like, the whole episode, everything?
I think it turned out great. It was a struggle to try to stay out of the background of the shots.
Yeah.
That we did.
That was
I did not
struggle
win.
number one is stay out of Alyssa's way.
Yeah.
As a
So like
camera.
every time she would, so there's like the room where they were all sitting, and then there was that kitchen bar.
Yeah.
Where
So we
everybody
were
hung
all
out.
we were all like trying to hang out, but when Alissa would come up during that, we all had to like.
Oh, dude, they would drop to the ground. It was so funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was interesting that everyone almost used like the same lenses and same they all used
I didn't realize it at the time that everybody
one
was
is
picking
answering
the
your
same
question.
gear.
No.
I know.
Yeah. They're just talking about whatever they
They're
want.
like,
But
let's
that's
not
fine.
talk about us.
Are we
They-
not in?
avoiding every possible opportunity
You
to talk
guys,
about
I wanna
yourself?
celebrate
Like,
you
I thought that's what we were talking about, is the
we're
behind
talking
the
about-
scenes.
Like
what it was
other
like.
people chose other lenses and not about me. I'm not going to talk about
You
myself.
guys,
know. I
I'm
don't
trying.
know.
I just put up backdrops, man.
No,
that's-
okay. I'm gonna,
I don't know what to say.
talk
Their
about,
praise.
yeah, I want to sing their praises.
Yeah.
Yes, Ellie was in charge of coordinating all the models, which is no easy task at all.
No.
Coordinating humans.
Coordinating models, not humans. Models are
Right.
their own breed.
No issues this
Yep.
time.
No issues.
Usually.
Getting all the model releases signed, making sure everybody was legal. Everybody had to sign an NDA, so the creators couldn't go and talk about who won or who got kicked off. And then Alicia, it might sound stupid to you, but making sure we had food at every break.
Priorities.
Craft
Yes.
services is a real thing.
It really is, and that it took such a weight off of my shoulders to not even have to think about it. So, kudos to both of you. And then just being, truthfully, being Sal's assistant is the biggest task of all.
Can we talk about your chocolate chip cookie every day?
Which chocolate chip?
The one that I got for you every day.
And I didn't eat it?
You ate some
you
of
didn't.
them. You had like always a backup one because I think the first day you skipped eating yours.
Yeah.
So you had like a reserve chocolate chip cookie.
Just planning for the future.
He's always ahead of the game.
So just so everybody knows, I'm lucky I don't weigh 300 pounds. I have the biggest sweet tooth in the world. and I'm a bit of a donut snob.
Yeah.
100%. Like
100%.
no, but you turned
Correlation.
the creators into donuts.
And the
now.
Oh my gosh!
Creators are
So
now
can I
donut
tell you
snobs.
how I tried to cheat? So the Woods Bakery.
So hold on. Let's just, everybody, so you know, there's a bakery here in O'Fallon. It's called Woods Bakery. It probably has been here for, I don't know, 75 years. Been here forever. I'm probably exaggerating, but it's
He
been here a long time.
inexplicably
1200 years.
loves it.
Yeah.
I do. Their donuts are amazing, and there's 2 donuts they make. They make a glazed donut with chocolate icing on top, and then they make a chocolate cake donut.
With chocolate icing on top.
Only
on
certain
top.
days
It
of the
is
week.
Wednesdays and Fridays. And without hesitation, every Tuesday, I want chocolate
Right.
cake
It's
donuts.
always
We're
the
like,
day it's not
Wednesday,
available.
Friday, bro. Wednesday,
It
Friday.
used to be Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
They need to change that.
But then if it were Tuesday, Thursday, you'd be like, on Wednesday,
Yeah.
I need it.
Why are you limiting me? Like, have it every day. Like, there's a
swap
fucking
up-
baker in the
No,
back. Bake the chocolate.
They swap
cake
with
ones.
the blueberry ones, which are my favorite. And then the balls come with it too.
Yeah,
They
wow.
make the holes
Yeah.
out of the donuts.
Balls. Yeah. Balls for Alyssa.
Blueberry.
Yeah,
Blueberry cake
balls.
donuts. That's where it's at.
All right.
Woods Bakery.
Anyway, so just understand, I love my donuts. So Alicia, one day, now the creators love them.
Okay,
as
so
well.
no, we have to go back. We have
All
to
right,
rewind.
let's go back, way back.
Way back to the
I'll do
beginning.
the rewind. I got this.
Okay, so I'm supposed to go to Woods Bakery every day, but Woods Bakery is like 20 minutes in the wrong direction to the creator series.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to cheat because I happen to know that Woods Bakery supplies all the local gas stations around here.
Oh.
So I was like,
Pro tip.
I'll go to the
This is a
gas
pro
station.
tip.
No, it didn't fucking
No,
work.
they're sold out.
So day 2, I'm like running late already. So I'm like, I'll do my gas station hack. And there was not a single fucking donut in that gas station.
It was like 6:30 in the morning too. How are they
Yeah,
out?
how they just delivered them probably.
Yeah.
Like somebody
didn't
came
know
in and
what-
did the same thing. Who else is filming a reality
Hang
series
on.
here?
I need to know, how did you find out Woods supplies? the
Because
donuts?
I used to. Well, I've seen the truck all around, but my boyfriend used to work at a gas station,
She
and
saw the
so
truck.
I know all the secrets.
Okay.
I know the Woods Bakery routes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Stalks them.
So I didn't have any luck at the gas station, so then I had to go to Schnucks. And that was the biggest mistake of my entire life.
No, and you got caught. You got
Brody.
caught red-handed.
Brody
yeah,
called her out.
Brody
Yeah.
called me out.
Brody's like, these aren't the same donuts. I'm like, that's right, they're not.
Sal just jumped on top of it. He was like, yeah, they're shitty.
He's the first one to tell you, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is amazing. Hopefully, you guys have watched or enjoyed our first ever.
first
Hopefully,
ever.
not the last. Talking shit with the Cincottas,
Yep.
and
We're podcasters
we're podcasters now. I mean,
Yay.
we
We
have
did the
headphones
thing.
and
You want
mics.
them to put in the comments if they want more of this?
Yeah, let us know some topics if
Yeah.
you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments.
Tell us what to talk shit about.
Hey, I'm gonna do the YouTube thing.
Do
like,
it.
comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Turn on the
Now
notification
YouTubers now,
bell.
guys.
Smash
Smash
it.
that like button.
Smash it.
Yeah.
Give it a little ding.
She
Can you
said
add the
ding.
sound effect when I'm like?
One like
Every
equals
time your little
one.
finger,
Yeah, you gotta.
it's like the orbit sting. I got
No,
that.
didn't you ever like
I did,
when you were a
always.
kid get flicked?
Oh.
Always.
Always. I got that from adults. They were
Right
like,
in the forehead, too. Always. And you're like,
yeah.
what did I do?
All right, we got. What's
Hang
next
on.
week's challenge?
Who wants to leak it?
Who's gonna leak it? Snitches get stitches.
I'll
Is
leak
it a
it.
test?
I'll leak it.
All right.
Okay, so next week's challenge goes along with what we were talking about with how nobody utilized the space, and you will find out that they still didn't utilize the space in next week's challenge, composition.
Next week's challenge is composition.
dun.
Wah, 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 wah.
So thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you next week after the Creator Series. Peace.
Bye.